We are back at you with True Crime with T-REV. Suicide or Murder, Episode 1. Thank you, everybody, all my members, everybody that supports this. We are making this a thing. We are going to be running with it. And I'm excited because I want to help some of these families. This was not suicide. We know it wasn't suicide. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Tiffany Valiante on July 12th, 2015 attends a graduation party, right? Tiffany Valiante attends that. It was the party of her cousin at the home of her paternal uncle, who lives across the street from her own residence. The party begins in the afternoon and continues into the night, with friends and family celebrating throughout the day and evening. A lot of things had happened from that time that she walked out of that door. What happened from that time? What was it? That's what we want to know. July 12th, early evening at the graduation party around 9. Friend calls and says Tiffany used her card at 9:15. The friend arrives to talk to her parents and Tiffany. 9:30, Tiffany walks off. 9:28, she was caught on the trail cam walking. 9:29, parents on trail cam. That's the timeline. I'm sorry if I got that a little confused, but yeah, that's what it was. 11 o'clock, dad sees phone in bushes at the end of the driveway. I mean, is it that suspect? Did she just say, hey, I'm gonna throw my phone? Nah, that's not the way it worked. From that time, from 11 to 11:16, what happened? What happened to Tiffany? At 11:16, she was struck by a train. It is absolutely insane. A few days before the accident, Tiffany was happy going to college under a volleyball scholarship. She had the whole world in front of her, ladies and gentlemen. Shoes and headband was found a mile from the scene after the accident. I mean, that's insane to me if you ask me, right? I mean, come on, we did that. You think that's suicide? Please look me in my eyes right now and tell me this is suicide. This is a complete murder. But anyways, the Valantes need help. Come on, guys. If you see this, share this. We need to get more eyes on this case. We need as many as possible because people don't care no more. No, people don't want to help nobody no more. Well, you know what? I'll give my valuable time away to stuff like this because they need it. And it's crazy that Tiffany was not wearing a t-shirt, shorts at the accident. None of that. Multiple sighting of property. Like, there was multiple sighting of her property along the walk of the tracks, right? It's insane. There was no rape kit done. It is completely unbelievable. You know, hold on, let's go ahead and run this clip.
He tried to make me, for 2 weeks straight, make me believe my daughter did this, that she committed suicide, that she actually did this. And I'm like, no, it's not my daughter. It's not my daughter. Every single day, day in and day out.
In 2015, Tiffany Valiante was struck and killed by an NJ Transit train on a remote section of track 4 miles from her Galloway Township home. The state's medical examiner deemed the death a suicide. Tiffany's family disagrees. They insist she was happy and had everything to live for.
She had the world so far ahead of her, you know what I mean? Just she grasped it and she was running with it, you know, just she loved life. She wanted to do things in life.
Tiffany's father, Stephen, created projects to stay busy and keep his lost daughter close to him, to preserve her memory. In the backyard, a memorial, and this massive T made from a tree he cut down.
I still lay in bed at night waiting for her to get off work from Wawa, you know, just, no, she should be pulling in any time. It, you know, goes through my head, you know, but she never shows up, so it makes it hard.
Tiffany's mother took walks along roads near her home to help cope with the confusion and heartache. A few weeks after the tragedy, she found her daughter's shoes and headband.
And I lost it. I was freaking out. I mean, I was a mess. A lady pulled over to see if I was okay. And I'm like, get off the grass. And I was trying to call my husband, my family. They came, they called the cops. This made it even more real that she didn't do this. And we needed somebody to look into it and try to find out what exactly happened to her. And I don't feel they did that.
So as you see, the parents are out here looking for justice still. They wanted the case open back up. They wanted to be quick to call it a suicide. No, Stuff like this isn't a suicide, guys, and you know this. Come on, there's so many cases out there like this right now. These parents are crying out for help, and us as people, all we could do is spread the word, and we need to spread the word. People don't want to spread the word. You know, they don't. You got a good amount of people that do, and then you got a good amount of people who don't give a shit. Well, if I got time, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it. On the case with T. That's what we're gonna call this. On the case with T. Suicide or murder. You tell me. I just want to play a little bit more of these clips that I just played for you.
The medical examiner and NJ Transit Police concluded Tiffany left a party across the street and dropped her phone at the end of her driveway. They then said she walked to a remote area of tracks more than 4 miles away and jumped in front of an oncoming train in complete darkness.
She did not jump in front of a train. Somebody was chasing her. Come on, guys. Do you really think she jumped in front of a train? Please tell me. Do you believe this young lady that just graduated, jumped in front of a train, scholarship for volleyball, happy in life, 6'3", very talented? You think she ran and jumped in front of a train? You think her shoes were found a mile or two away from the scene? She had scratches on the autopsy on her torso. Do we really think that this is a suicide? Look me in my eyes and tell me this is a suicide. I don't believe you. Oh no, that's fake news. She was murdered. Who chased her? Who chased Tiffany? Why were her shoes found away from the scene? Why was all type of evidence missed? Why did her uncle have to pick up her remains off of the track? Why did the police do a shiesty investigation? Come on, Jersey. I know you could do better than that. Stop it. Anyways, guys, let's get back into this clip. Let's go ahead and let it run.
Based on autopsy photos, Tiffany's feet were pristine. No cuts or abrasions. The family wondered, how could she have walked barefoot for that distance over rocky terrain without injuring or even getting her feet dirty?
Honestly, I think it's disgusting that they would even think that a child would walk around without any shorts on and any shoes. Especially the only time my daughter took her shoes off was when she would go in the house. Other than that, she always wore shoes outside.
The state medical examiner's office rushed to judgment and concluded that this was suicide. A rape kit was never utilized on Tiffany, but most importantly, a psychiatric or psychological autopsy wasn't done, where you interview the family, the teachers, the friends, and you see what was going on with her life. If they had done that, they would not have concluded this was suicide.
I could have done a better job than they did. And I'm not even, I don't have a degree in it. These are things, simple things they screwed up on.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. They screwed up on these things. They made mistakes in this investigation. Yeah, please drop down in the comments below. Do you think this is a murder or a suicide? I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think it's a murder, or flat out think it's a murder. Start the conversation down in the comments below and spread this video. Spread her videos. This needs to be reopened. Let's go. I mean, come on, let's continue running it.
So many things did not add up, and the investigation seemed incomplete and sloppy. They felt the whole case was mishandled, and Tiffany was the victim of a kidnapping and murder. In 2016, the family's attorney filed a lawsuit seeking to overturn the finding and change her death certificate.
There will never be an amount of justice. The only way is to bring her back, but we know that's not going to happen. But to just have the true answers on what happened that night.
Near the site of the death, adjacent to the train tracks, Tiffany's father constructed yet another memorial. This one with lights, music, a roof, and filled with messages and reminders of a loved one lost.
Her spirit's here. It's still here until she rests in peace and somebody finds out what happened to her. She can't rest. But we need answers.
This poor family is crying out for help. Ladies and gentlemen, they're crying out for help. I figured it's my duty to do these type of videos. Yeah, they'll only get better from here on out. I'm just starting on my true crime journey on YouTube. I've been into true crime for over 15 years. I've always been fascinated with families getting justice. It sucks that it even has to come down to this, but we deal with it more and more on a daily basis. Will Tiffany Valiante ever get justice? I don't know, but I'll forever look into the case, praying and hoping one day that you cowards that killed her are put behind bars. If you see this video, if you're watching it, I hope you get what you deserve. You will get what you deserve. The karma's coming. It is. Oh, yes, it is. People like me are all over YouTube and all over the world. And we are looking for cowards like you. Yeah, I said it. Cowards like you, chasing females, preying on victims. You think it's cute. You think it's cool. You ran this young lady into a train with zero answers. I just want to say shout out to everybody who helped me with this case. Livy, Ganja Mama, Emily Knight in the Discord. We've been building these timelines. I mean, look here. Like I said, I mean, look what we got on the screen here. There was a little lawsuit. Check it out. I'm going to leave it up on the screen here for a second so you guys can see. And the speed of the train, 80 miles an hour. And we think somebody ran across and did that, ladies and gentlemen. Do we really think that? Look at the civil action against us. This family is crying out for justice. Can we bring them justice? Rev Gang family, please do this one thing for me. Share this video around. Share videos around. Watch the episode on Unsolved Mysteries. There is a lot of things and really good information on that. I seen some stuff about an axe on Reddit and throughout some other stuff that I looked at. I'm not sure how much play that has into the case, but come on now, let's get into the next one. So, I mean, let's get into the timeline, right? Look, there's a timeline for you right here. You see this? Read all of this stuff on the screen. Pause it, do whatever you have to do. We definitely need to keep pushing into this because this is not suicide, ladies and gentlemen. This is far from suicide. This is a murder by far. But if your opinion suicide, I respect it. But at the end of the day, I neglect it. I know that doesn't make sense, right? But for me, these parents got robbed of a beautiful child, and they deserve the proper justice. Just take a second, pause it if you have to, and read what you got to read. I'm sure you guys get what I'm getting at here. I just wanted to pull up some things that I found and that are interesting to me. Ladies and gentlemen, this was episode 1, Tiffany Valiante. She deserves justice. Let's get her that justice. Let's keep pushing, spread the awareness around as much as we can on the internet. Tiffany Valiante, she needs justice. I'll keep seeking into this case and looking. I have to. It got my attention immediately, and hopefully it gets yours. You could do a lot more research than what I just put up on screen, but I wanted to show you what I've gathered, and I've only just found out about this a couple days ago. So, I mean, I came in here, I seen the Unsolved Mysteries episode, which you guys should check out. It's on Netflix. The parents really want justice, and they deserve that justice because this was not suicide. The police in New Jersey need to step up to the plate and take care of what they got to take care of. This was a murder. Until next time on another episode of True Crime with T-REV, this is Suicide or Murder, episode 1. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.